Islam, Islam, Islam. You know. Okay, they're letting everybody know that I'm live, family. So when you live, it's still recorded, right? I would imagine. It's my second live, fam. My second live. Islam, Islam, Islam. Peace, peace, peace. Assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. Hotep, hotep, hotep. Alafia, alafia, alafia. Greetings, 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 if I haven't already said that. Que pasa, que pasa, que pasa. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? Shalom, shalom, shalom. I like to say honors to my Christian family, my Moorish family, my Nation of Gods and Earth family, my Nation of Islam family, my Black Panther family, my Ifa family, my Cosmic family, my Tarot family, my Hebrew Israelite family, my Tai Chi family, that's another group. I like to also extend power to the people. Power to the people, family. Okay? Alright, family, I'm Dr. Bay here to share knowledge, wisdom, and understanding into natural medicine. Okay? Today, let's see here. I'm gonna read a section, okay, titled Food for Medicine, okay, and then I'm gonna share a remedy since we got a little time. You know, I don't know if I graduated or I just learned that I can go live and not be limited to the 10-minute video. Okay, Food for Medicine, family. Sushimo, the Tang Dynasty Tarot physician who correctly diagnosed and cured nutritional deficiency disease. Cured the nutritional deficiency disease, Bera, 1300 years ago. Bera. Let's find out what that is. A full millennium before European doctors did in 1642. Wrote in Precious Recipes. A truly good physician first finds out the cause of the illness. And having found that, he first tries to cure it by food. Only when food fails does he prescribe medication. Okay? Hippocrates, the father of Western medicine, said precisely the same thing when he told his students, "The food shall be thy medicine." But contemporary Western medicine seems to have forgotten his words of wisdom, as well as those by Dr. Charles Mayo, one of the most celebrated American physicians of the 20th century. Stated, normal resistance to disease is directly dependent upon adequate food. Normal resistance to disease never comes out of pill boxes. Adequate food is the cradle of normal resistance, the playground of normal immunity, the workshop of good health, and the laboratory of long life. Okay? See, this is Chinese philosophy, family. You know what I'm saying? Eastern medicine I'm reading from. I'm not reading from Western medicine. You know, Western medicine will kill you. Okay? You know, if it's been proven. You know, we had our experiences with medicine, Western medicine, and we see what it's doing to us. It's a fact. You know, I done see people who give birth to children and the child died, you know, in these hospitals. You know, it's Western medicine. It's not Eastern medicine. Eastern medicine is ancient medicine. Western medicine is modern medicine. So which one you think is better, family? It's up to you. You the people. It's power to the people. The people got the power, so people got the decision. You know, they don't want to get to determine. Nutritionally, therapy used to be part and parcel of Western medical practice. But conventional Western physicians today don't even inquire about their patients' eating habits when making a diagnosis. Nor do they dispense dietary advice with the powerful synthetic drugs they so casually prescribe. Now think about that. You go into a hospital, a doctor, a health professional, allegedly. Hold on. I almost lost some plate. Allegedly. And you have a sickness or illness, and they don't ask you about your diet. Don't that raise red flags to you? You know? Because it's what you put in your body that determines the condition of your body. Right? But they don't want to know what's in your body. It's probably because they like some mechanics. You know? When you come with a problem, you know, they look in there, you know, and they may fix your problem, but create another problem somewhere else so you can come back and they can make more money off of you. Or they won't fix your problem, they'll half fix it or doctor it up to where it only does so much, you know what I'm saying, to make you come back. Okay? It's called greed, family. People greedy. You know? It's like they'll deceive you to get what you got, to get your money, to make them rich. It's just selfish. It's wicked. It's evil. You know what I'm saying? It's unconstructive. You know what I'm saying? It's not beneficial to everybody. You know? Let me put my glasses back on so I can see. Okay, let me continue. A federal research committee appointed by the National Research Council and headed by Dr. Myron Winnick, director of Institute of Human Nutrition at Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons, reported in July 1985 that American medical schools do not provide physicians with even the most rudimentary education in nutritional therapy, despite growing awareness of its importance among the general public. Indeed, the 6 major causes of premature death in the United States today have all been linked to dietary factors: health disease, cancer, strokes, diabetes, arteriosclerosis, and cirrhosis of the liver. A major change in American diet habits would have a powerful preventive impact on these deadly diseases. But that would require a tremendous revolution in the lucrative medical, pharmaceutical, and food industry. Food industry, pharmaceutical, and the medical. In other words, they're saying they're all in cahoots because they're giving you bad food that's going to kill you. So if it's going to kill you, before it kill you, it's going to cause you problems. Okay? So therefore you got to go to the medical, which is the doctor. Okay? they're going to prescribe you medicine that's going to cause you more problems, which they call side effects, which they got to give you more medication for, which benefits the pharmaceuticals because they shooting the pills at you. You know what I'm saying? And while the whole time you ain't even getting no better. Okay? While you going through this process of taking these pills and, you know, not getting proper medical attention, or let's say adequate remedy. You know what I'm saying? If something's adequate, it's got to be natural. How you gonna be adequate or accurate with something artificial? They don't mix. They don't mix, fam. These people are deceiving you. They playing on your intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't, look, the school system, who was it? David Rockefeller? One of the Rockefellers? Rockefellers. I think the Rockefellers was over the oil. The Rothschilds was over the bank. So I think it's a Rothschild child. You know what I'm saying? Because they still child mentality. That is known for investing $1 billion in the educational system, school system, okay, and known for making this statement saying that I don't need a nation of thinkers, I need a nation of workers, okay? So they taught you what was required to make you a worker, not a thinker. Because if you're a thinker, you'll think for yourself and you'll rise past your imagination as long as you believe in yourself. But the system is not set up to allow you to rise to your highest unless you sell your soul. And that's not healthy, family, to sell your soul. You know what I'm saying? That's worse than selling your body. You know what I'm saying? You sell your soul. You sell your soul, they got the soul in your body. Okay? They dominant. That's why you don't want to do that, fam. You know, let me continue. Reports Dr. Winnick, the faculty of many American medical schools are still philosophically not as committed to the whole area of preventive medicine as they are to diagnosis and treatment. Okay? The heart of preventive medicine lies in the diet and nutritional therapy, not pharmacology and surgery. And the preventive approach to health requires that the patient, not the physician, play the major role. Small wonder the American medical establishment so stubbornly resists this threat to its multi-billion-dollar industry. I told you they greed. Okay. We've been misled, misdirected, miseducated, miss everything. Okay. To the point where you're living a lie. Plainly put. And the only solution is for you to desire the truth. Because without a desire for truth, family, you have no hope for a better future. Okay? Unless the Most High end up showing mercy, which you still got to gain knowledge of self in order to reap from the Most High. Nothing's free. You're not gonna be able to reap life everlasting until you tap into your power. Scriptures say, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all things will be added unto you. Okay? Kingdom of heaven. The king of your dome in heaven. You see what I'm saying? Heaven is a state of mind. Hell is a state of mind. You've been miseducated. Heaven is not in the sky, and hell is not under the ground. Okay? They give you false information for you to live a lie. Why? So they can control you. They can gain wealth. You are valuable, family. You know what I'm saying? You are magnificent. You are worthy. You are abundant. There's so much that's so significant about you that you don't even know that you was born a miraculous birth. That's how special you are. They hid that truth from you. They stole your birthright, fam. You know? But you can get it back, but you got to want it back. You got to desire it. You have to seek it. And you have to find it. And you have to stand on it. You know what I'm saying? You have to be it. There's no other option, fam. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep being out here doing what you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't been getting you what you want, what you need, where you trying to be. Okay? So with that being said, family, I hope that I inspire, motivate, or encourage you by feeding your mind, your soul, and your spirit with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of natural medicine. Okay? I just gave y'all a touch. I didn't go off into nothing in particular, but let me read this about hypertension. Okay? Somebody might have hypertension out there. Okay? Let's read the hypertension. Besides stress and other psychological factors, hypertension is caused by irritation of various nerve centers owing to nutritional deficiency, retention of toxic waste, and lack of organic alkaline elements. For example, severe hypertension that leads to violent outbursts has been quickly cured in many patients with sufficient doses of niacin, which is vitamin B3, pyridoxine, which is vitamin B6. In organic form, relieves the hypertension associated with nervous stress. Let me point something out real quick. Here it is. I'm reading a remedy for hypertension. People with hypertension, a lot of people with hypertension, may not have this knowledge. And with me understanding that, it's the reason why I'm sharing the knowledge for those who may not have it, that may have hypertension, that deserve to be relieved from their hypertension. So I'm giving free information for those who have hypertension. I get free information on different and various diseases and illnesses. The problem is you having a hard time accepting and applying the remedy because your doctor didn't tell you this. Well, this is not a doctor's book. Not a Western doctor's book. You know what I'm saying? This is an Eastern book on the philosophy of Chinese medicine. Okay? It's a different degree of knowledge that works, which is the reason why it ain't been shared with you. They don't want you to have anything that works that they can't make money off of. They're lying to you in so many ways that you just trapped. The only way you're going to get free is seek knowledge. Because through seeking knowledge of truth, it's going to set you free from the lie, which allows you to wake up from the lie to the truth, with your eyes open, allowing you to see clearly, so you know what you need to do for all the problems that you have, to where you're problem free. I know a lot of y'all don't believe in being problem free, you know what I'm saying? But you can be, as long as you have solutions to problems. Because when a problem come up, as long as you know the process and you experienced the process before, you can just go through that same process. Get the answers, do your research and your studies, apply it, and watch the outcome. If it don't work, do more research, gain more knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Apply it until you get it right. Seek and ye shall find. You're doing it anyway, but you're doing it in a way that's unconstructive. It's unbecoming of a human. You know what I'm saying? And you're following the devil. Examples. Okay? Because you're part of a system that's wicked. The scriptures tell you to come up out of her. So we fight not against flesh and blood, but principalities and wickedness in such and such in high places. Okay? Your high places is in your government. You know what I'm saying? Not the government that you don't know. The government that you think you know. Okay? Because if people been lying to you, then there's nothing that you know that's true. Unless you've been seeking the truth and you can distinguish the truth from the lie. If you can't distinguish truth from the lie within the system that you believe in, you know what I'm saying, then you're being misled because you don't know. You know what I'm saying? It means you're believing falsely, you know. And that don't make no sense, do it? Well, it don't. But it's your behavior. In order for you to stop behaving in a way that don't make sense, you have to change your way of thinking. You have to change your information. You got to open your mind up to something new in order to bring about different results. You know what I'm saying? It's a solution to insanity. But I know a lot of people out there, they're comfortable with being insane. They're comfortable with being deaf, dumb, and blind. They're comfortable with being lost. They're comfortable with the lie. They're comfortable with being misled. They're just comfortable with being miserable, unhappy, lost, confused, unloved. You know what I'm saying? Unloved. Not knowing how to obtain a decent boyfriend, a decent girlfriend, an honest boyfriend, an honest girlfriend, an honest wife or honest husband. You know what I'm saying? And that don't even sound right. An honest husband, an honest wife. You know what I'm saying? Why are we being distinguished? Trying to distinguish. You know what I'm saying? Because a wife shouldn't be dishonest. A husband shouldn't be dishonest. Why are you marrying dishonest people? Why are you... we didn't know though, fam. We didn't know. And some of us still don't know. But you know the problem is? You won't admit that you don't know. You'll make it seem like that you know everything. You got it all figured out. But for some reason, your life don't reflect that you got it figured out. You know what I'm saying? Your life reflects that you got it harder than anybody else. But you know everything. You know what I'm saying? You know, one thing you don't know is how to be humble. Because to be humble is to admit that you don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? Because a humble person is a wise person. Because they always open and attentive and listening. You know what I'm saying? That's what wise people do. Wise men and women, they listen more than they talk. You know what I'm saying? But if they talking a lot, it's because they see that a lot needs to be shared. or is a lot is required of them. You know what I'm saying? Because the moment they see you not listening, they don't wish to talk. You know what I'm saying? The moment they see you're not interested, they don't wish to share no more. You see what I'm saying? Why? You know? I want you to receive what I have. And if you're not receiving, silence is golden. Because these are treasures that pour from my lips. So therefore, I want my treasures to be received with two hands. If you don't got two hands out, no treasures. You know what I'm saying? No conversation. You know what I'm saying? You know. But peace, love, and happiness. Peace, love, and happiness, family. I pray and wish that you gain some knowledge, wisdom, or understanding from my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know what I'm saying? And you was inspired, motivated, or encouraged in some form, fashion, or another. And I like to add one more. That you were enlightened. You know what I'm saying? That I shine some form or degree of light on you. Because that's my mission. You know what I'm saying? To spark some light in you to help you be your best self. You know what I'm saying? Or start you on the road of becoming your best self. You know what I'm saying? Because until you become your best self, you can't truly love. You can't truly do nothing. My perception. Peace, love, and happiness, family. Y'all have a great one. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. I got to learn how to close these lives out. It made me think I wasn't on the live in the first place. Let's see, family, how this thing work. Look like a start button at the top. Let's see this. Gifts. No gifts on this live. No love's being shown. I have 235 followers, 266 following. Can I get some love or some likes from y'all family? Or we still building a relationship? You know what I'm saying? Y'all still getting to know me. That's cool. Take your time, get to know who I am. And guess what? We're going to establish and build a beautiful relationship. Bond. I need to learn how to close out these lives, fam. Pull, give, draw, and guess. Check requirements of the life. I got a lot to learn about these lives. A whole lot to learn. I hope your day been high vibrational, peaceful, smooth sailing. And if your day have been rough, understand that you're being tested. Okay? You're being tested to respond in a loving manner versus a hateful manner or aggressive or anything low vibrational. The objective is to be high vibrational, okay? Well, family, I found the end button, the end of live. I'm going to end this, and y'all have a high vibrational, blissed day. Peace.